welcome to my channel. Sharon here, and today we're starting the spring journal using the Dusky Rose kit from TaylorMade Journals. I've got the pages here. I've just got six digital pages, so I'll be putting a signature together which will be sewn in. I must admit, I've noticed lately it's all been single signature journals I've been making. I quite like them. And this is the cover, which I've printed onto, I think it's 200 GSM, and it's a freebie from the old design shop. And I'm going to put an envelope in between. Now, the reason is this envelope, I don't know where I got it. I've got a few of them. They don't tea dye very well. I don't particularly like them. So I thought I would put stick this on here and put the envelope inside the cover, if that makes sense. So I just need to trim this envelope down. I can use some of these for pockets. Now that's sewn, cut down. And I plan to stick this onto here. There. Now, I think I will glue the envelope together. I wasn't sure. Sorry about that. I had to unblock the glue. It just wasn't going to do it. Right, I'm going to put this on, and I may just ink around the edges on the white. I'm going to be putting fabric, some calico, over the top of this as the inside cover. And I'm not sure, I might have a go at sewing round. Oh dear, this glue is causing me problems. Maybe I need to put some more in. I find sometimes with this glue, if it gets low, I can't get any out. This is a bit better now. Okay, that's glued down onto there, and the next one is to glue the fabric on. Now let's have a look and see whether it's going to cause a problem. Yeah, I think it might do. I'm going to ink around this edge. Okay, so I'm just going to go around the edges like this. Got that, and I'm going to put that, looks a lot better. Yeah, put this onto here. So I'm going to ink this, glue on here first, around the edge with some block or Fabri-Tac. Glue over. So put this onto here. Don't necessarily want it completely smooth, but smoothed out, so make sure it sticks. And then I'm just going to let this dry for a little while before I try and take it to the sewing machine and try sewing. I'm worried I probably put a bit too much glue on. I'm not sure. If it doesn't work, we can always put a bit of lace over the mistake, can't we? There. Okay, let's let that dry. I've sewn around the edges here after I'd trimmed all this off, and I've inked around in Vintage Photo. The other thing I've done is this has these holes here, and I thought I could use them to put some sari silk through. So what I'm going to do first of all is use my big crocodile thing. Can't remember the name of it. punch the holes and put in the eyelets as well. There we go. Now, I was going to put the sari silk in now, but I just realised I really need to sew the signature in that I've got ready here first and then put it in. Otherwise, I think it will be a bit difficult to sew the signature in. All sewn in, and I did quite well there. So this is the kit paper, an invoice from 1920. I might change this around so that you can see like that. I think I'll do that because I just nearly tore that there and there. I will put some of my tape on that, but it's from 1920. So I think I'm going to leave that like that. Kit paper, tea-dyed doily. This is from the Graphics Fairy. They've got a whole load of checks, so I tea-dyed some of them. I've only got an inkjet printer, so it does come through. Some paper, vintage paper from the 1860s. Kit paper, tea-dyed paper. This is from the early 1900s. I think it's 1906, a logarithm book. And I've used some of the Graphics Fairy washi tape I've printed. Page from the kit. These are backed, by the way, in various people, Raindrop Lila and I think Ruby and Pearl. Page from the kit, I've left that white. Straw paper. Page, I was trying to look for a rose page. I've got a lot of these and I very rarely use them, so I decided I needed to use everything, as I say, this year, things I've got. So I found this and it's wildflowers, but I thought it went in with the theme of flowers. Tea-dyed paper, page from the kit. And again, along the same theme, I found this sort of embossed paper. It's shiny one side and plain the other. And then this is the middle where I've done a doily with a stencil with some acrylic paint. And again, this is on an old maths book. And then the same the other side. I don't think I've got any different pockets or anything. Oh, I might have on that. I might change that around again. No, I've just got it going one way there. Okay, so now I need to put in the sari silk into here. And I've told you I recently got some new sari silk, and this is called Lemon and Cream. And I just love the colour. I just really, really love the colour. What I've done is cut the strip in half because it was actually quite thick, just to make a small bow on either side. Do you know what I need to hold this down now. I'm doing the bow. Put that there. Let's start again. Now, do I leave it like that? I think I'm going to cut the ends off, or do I make the bow a bit smaller? It's going to be that way, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to cut there and there. These will go in tags, that's not a problem. And then I'm going to do it the same this side as well. Okay, that's done. Now I've also got some vintage lace here that I want to put down the middle here. It's only a thin piece, just to go over the sewing. I always cover the sewing up. So that's my cover done. Now I think I need to get on to do some decorating, and we've already made some pieces that can go in here. I thought I could put some pieces in here that I've already made. I do want to put this on here. As a pocket, and I'm literally just going to glue that onto there. Okay, so that's on there. Now I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and I've got some tags for this, I believe. Did get all the glue over my hands though. There. Now I also have these, and I'm going to use 2 of them. This is the one we made. This is one I made as an example. So I think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to swap around the frames that we put in. I don't know, actually. I'm thinking now, I quite like that in there. Yeah, no, I'm keeping that. And this is the one using the ruby and pearl wallpapers. And I've got a white sheet here. So I thought this could go on here. Now, one I am going to just glue down around the sides like that, so we've got a tuck spot, because I've also got, if I can find it, I've got this box here of bits and pieces that I've made. I also have this large tag. I'm hoping I can fit this in. Doesn't matter if it sticks out the top, I don't think. Or I've got that one. I think I'm going to totally glue this one down, and I'm going to make this one a tuck spot. As I said in the original video when I was making these, you can just attach them so you've got writing space on the back. I think for now I'm going with this. Okay, and then the other white page here, I will use this and glue round the sides there. And slip that in there. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Now, this one I'll hang on to till I decide. Now, I've also got various bits and pieces. I have these tags. And I think this one I'm going to put in here. Yep. Oh, yes. Now, these will find places. I also have these that were taken off the bottom of the envelope that's part of the cover. And I'm just going to glue this down so it can become a pocket. Like that. And then, or a side tuck. I'm also thinking this could be a side tuck. Or this could be. I will be covering them. I could put one of them, but you can't see it. I have other bits and pieces here, but nothing that I've actually, these are the bits I've made. One of the other things I've got is all these from the scraps. Oh, I like this one. Maybe I will make something with that one to go in there. Or have I got These are a bit too pink for me. And that and that. Yeah. I don't think I'll be using them. Might use some of these. Okay, I think I might put that in there. Now, we need writing space. Oh, one of these. Maybe one of them. You can see how, I mean, I just go along and put things in where I think I do want to do these pockets. Here, it's a good one. Now, could this be a side tuck? Here, this way round it can go. Could that just be a side tuck and you've got two? What have I done with my scissors? Found the scissors. And glue this here. Now, let's see what scraps I've got left. And I've got quite a few. Oh, yeah, I like that on there. Yep. You see how easy things can come together when you're doing pieces like this. And using up what you have. And ink around it. And I'm not particularly worried it's not level. I think that can be a good thing. Okay, I'm just going to glue around 3 sides so that we've got 2 pockets here. So that we can, I'm not sure I'll be using these, but you've got a pocket here and a pocket here. Not sure what I'll be putting in that. Now, I think I need to do, you can see here, there's a small tuck, not sure in that. Pocket here. Again, it can, oh look, I've got, if I cut this in half, we've got 2 pockets. Right, I just need something to go on that, don't I? Now, again, where's the scraps here? Well, so that I have got some lovely labels that I think I will do a collage with on this. Slight mistake there. Not getting it in the right place. Once you've got the initial, I find, the initial cover done and the pages in with your flips and flaps, it can be quite straightforward, easy, simple to start decorating and use up what you have here. Yep, I'm happy with that. We'll just ink that and glue that down. And for this one, I'm going to put this one in behind, I think. Yep, because that leaves for a small one there, but actually I'm going to wait until that's not gluing down very well in that corner. Okay, so we've used up those pieces, and yes, I do have another piece, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put that. I'm not sure how long this video is. I should have checked. I am going to actually glue that together. I should have checked how long this is. This part is gone 15 minutes. I know I'll be cutting some of it out, but I don't want a very long video. There, we'll keep that. I will go back to, I'll go back to this one. And because I want to use these that I've got left. Oops, see, that's another tuck pocket I want to use. And oh, I like the little lamb one. There. And maybe a piece of lace would be nice on it. And as I'm using I did get some more vintage lace. So as I'm using that up, there's that piece left from the centre. Something simple like that, but decorate this. And I have these from Citrus Journal Studio, Grungy Roses labels. This is me trying to make my mind up on things. That's better. Yep. Okay, I'll stick these down. When I come to finishing this, you may find something else on there. And then ink all round these and glue these down. Oh, a bit too long. It goes in there. We sort of want it about there. Oh, that's come off. Well, that solved that problem. That was obviously glued. Yeah, the sewing or the gluing wasn't very good. But that solves that problem. This is the one we're going to use now. Oh, it was really bad sari silk. This is one of the new ones. Yeah, it's kind of ripping a bit. I'm going to have to be careful with it. There. Well, that solves that anyway. Okay, so we've got the start and it's already getting big, but that's because we've put these in, isn't it? Which is why I don't think I'll do any more bows, because they've gone quite thick. Anyway, this is the start of the journal. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll be back to make some tags and to finish it off. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.